I've been with the agency since January of 2008 as an analyst. All of my time with the agency has been with the Major Crimes Bureau, except for 2 years, where I did 2 years in the Intel Center. The incident occurred on June 27th, 2024 at 8:11 in the morning at a park in Estero, Florida called Three Oaks Park. Deputies responded and found a young male who had been shot multiple times in his vehicle, later locating him deceased. Once the detectives got on scene, we had no indication as to why the victim was in the park. His girlfriend didn't understand why he was there. So we took his phone, did a download, which was provided to me to do an analysis of. I found in his last hours of his life, he was having a Snapchat conversation with somebody. So I started reviewing that Snapchat, looked up the account using my undercover account to get an avatar and the username associated with that account. So looking into the phone, I found in the contact card for his Snapchat account a date of birth, but it only had the month and the day. So I started reviewing the entire Snapchat thread conversation back to 2018, where he had provided our victim with an address. I took that address and put it into a law enforcement database to get all of the residents that had lived there, and it came back with over 200 people that had lived at that address previously. I took the Snapchat username, knowing that a lot of times people used variations of their name as their profile handle, and I started playing around with it and ended up coming down to one individual with that username or with that name, and then the same date of birth, month and day. So I took that and started running with that information and ended up identifying our suspect. I then took his name and put it into another law enforcement database and found that he was a witness to a crime with a police department in our jurisdiction and got a phone number for him that hadn't been provided anywhere else. So we took that phone number, were able to do search warrants on it to get his location, which his locations matched up with him being in the park at the time, and also gave us the location of where he was staying. So that's how we got him into custody and were able to place an arrest. It was a key component as quickly as we were able to apprehend him, because when we started out this investigation, we had no idea why he was at the park. He didn't have any issues with anybody, according to his girlfriend, so there was no reason for him to be there. We ended up being able to identify him within hours of the incident happening. So eventually he probably would have been identified, but it would have been months and numerous search warrants. And on top of it, once we made an arrest and we started going through his phone, we found that he was searching for ways to flee. So had we not identified him as quickly as we did, he may have gotten away. At the conclusion of the investigation, we turned everything over to the state's attorney's office, who charged him with homicide. With all the evidence that we had against him, he took a plea for 32 years, minimum mandatory, with the Florida Department of Corrections.